Today we're gonna try Red Lobster's infamous endless shrimp.
Ah! I am ready to devour so much shrimp.
I just picture semi trucks full of shrimp, and if I want to, I can have all that shrimp for a low price at Red Lobster.
And when you go on the website, there isn't a little asterisk that says actually only 5 plates. Like it's actually endless, right? We could literally bankrupt them tonight.
Yeah, it's actually endless. It's like for real.
This isn't the first time Red Lobster has had an endless food offer. In 2003, they offered an endless snow crab promotion.
Oh.
I was only 2 years old, so unfortunately I never got to experience that.
Same with me.
They lost 3.3 million that year, so it ended. They were like, we want to keep doing endless food because we like doing endless food. That's not a quote from any of the CEOs, but I'm assuming that someone said that in a meeting.
For sure.
So then 1 year later, in 2004, they added endless shrimp. 20 years later, they still have it.
Wait, this has always been a thing?
Yeah, but for limited times, and it was like a seasonal thing.
Oh my gosh, and this is the first time I've really noticed it. It's just sad. Thank God. You know what? Better late than never.
Wait, there's more to the story.
They started offering endless shrimp every day of the week in 2023 for $20.
Whoa.
They just wanted so much more foot traffic in the restaurants because over the past few years, just in general, Red Lobster has been doing bad. So this is kind of like the big gimmick. And this is when things got dark for Red Lobster. They lost $11 million Q3 of 2023. So
What? And then they're just still doing it?
now the new business model is they don't want to just eliminate endless shrimp because it's like a favorite, I guess. So now it just is on Mondays. So it's a Monday right now. This is the one day of the week we get endless shrimp. If you're gonna do an endless food option, people are gonna actually make it endless and get like 20 plates of shrimp.
I actually picture people eating, going to the bathroom, puking, and then rallying and getting more, and doing that over and over. And they can't kick them out legally because they said it's endless shrimp. So if they want to keep just doing this endless cycle, I honestly think someone's stomach has exploded.
Now it's $25, $5 more than it was in 2023. There's been reports, I don't think it's like an official thing, but Red Lobster might be filing for bankruptcy.
Okay, while editing this video, there's news that came out that Red Lobster is closing a lot of locations. You might be watching this video and they have already filed for bankruptcy, but things are changing rapidly in the Red Lobster finances.
Bankruptcy is so interesting to me because these companies go bankrupt, but then they're still open.
It's like you're playing a game of Monopoly, you tip over the board, and then you just deal out new money. That's what bankruptcy is, right?
Yeah, basically. I did email Red Lobster asking if they did go bankrupt, and I don't have a reply yet.
It's basically like when the New York Times reaches out to a company and they say, they didn't respond for a comment.
Except this time I'm just straight up lying. I didn't even email them.
But if you did, they probably wouldn't
Yeah,
have replied.
I'm just assuming that they wouldn't have replied.
Yeah.
Since we're going to be trying the endless shrimp thing at Red Lobster, we have to go to Red Lobster.
Here it is.
Yay!
Basically, a ship that isn't a ship. It looks like a ship is what I'm trying to say.
A lot of ship energy, ship decor.
There's even a place to sit outside.
A good man spread before we eat like men.
Exactly.
Even though it's the big endless shrimp Monday, it was just kind of casual.
We got sat down at a booth.
Yeah, I said, oh, we want a booth, like, we're down to wait. She said, the whole restaurant's open.
During the dinner, more and more people came in, and by the time we left, it was basically full capacity.
Yeah, we were just the early birds. Early bird gets the worm.
Yeah.
It felt very nice knowing we didn't have to scour the menu thinking, what am I gonna get? We already knew we're here for one thing and one thing only. Endless shrimp.
Probably like 5 minutes after sitting down, we got a bowl of Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I literally forgot all about these. I was so laser focused on the endless shrimp, I forgot we were gonna get some complimentary biscuits.
This was like me slowly edging my body into the shrimp fiasco that is about to occur.
So I ate 2 Cheddar Bay biscuits. I would honestly say don't even have one. You should just be focused on the shrimp. If you want to get your money's worth, don't fill up with these freebies, you know? The money's in the shrimp, not the little free biscuits they give everyone.
I would even go as far to say they purposely give you the Cheddar Bay biscuits right away. So then you fill up on those, and then you only get like one thing of shrimp. Just such a beautiful view too, you know? For my first one, I got the Parrot Isle Jumbo Coconut Shrimp, the Garlic Shrimp Scampi, and also grilled shrimp. And the grilled shrimp came with rice under it, so it kind of felt like its own entree.
Yeah, when I first saw that on your plate, I got a little bit worried because I was thinking, that's not the side he picked, because you got to side with it. And I was thinking, he didn't get the rice, but luckily I took a deep breath and I realized, oh, that's just part of the grilled shrimp.
For my side, I did get this like limited time thing. It's jalapeno hush puppies.
My trio consisted of Walt's favorite shrimp, the shrimp linguine Alfredo, and some grilled shrimp over that bed of seafood rice. For my side, I opted something pretty simple, just the baked potato, and I got it with sour cream and butter. I dug into my baked potato to begin. It was very good, but this actually brings me to the second mistake that I made. I wouldn't really mess with the sides. Yes, get a side that you enjoy, take a few bites, but the focus should be on the shrimp. A potato, I'm pretty sure I'm not kidding. Potatoes are one of the most satiating foods. So I was literally stabbing myself in the throat with that move. I did this all wrong. Like, I honestly wish I would have done a journaling session before this and like really just journaled for 45 minutes to plan this out, but I didn't.
I just dug my straight fist into this coconut shrimp and I was dipping it in the sauce they gave you, and I was on cloud 9. People think, I don't think it's proven, but when you die, DMT goes into your brain and it makes you feel good or something. That's kind of how I felt, because got a coconut shrimp, ate it, dipped it, got another one, ate it, dipped it, and even though it was mildly sweet from the coconut, like it kind of felt like I was eating a coconut cream pie. It just is good. Like, I love the mix of sweet and savory. This coconut shrimp probably was the best shrimp I had at Red Lobster tonight.
Yes, you started with a bang.
Yeah.
That's like how people say you'll never forget your first love. Like, you'll never forget that first shrimp.
Never. It's burned into my brain.
I started to devour the Walt's favorite shrimp, and I don't know who Walt is, what his story is, and also maybe he does something problematic, so I don't want to say anything about him.
Who is Walt?
I'm not condoning his actions is what I'm saying. I don't know who he is.
This made me curious. Who is Walter? I did a little quick Google search, and he's the guy that invented Walt's favorite shrimp. Makes sense.
But all I gotta say is I get why it's his favorite shrimp, because it's just classic fried shrimp. The batter isn't too heavy, classic cocktail sauce that you dip it in. It all works. It was a very good first dip into the pool of this shrimp dinner. And it's actually funny because this was my favorite one of the night. So we both started with the best ones.
So I munched up every single coconut shrimp. I think they gave me 4. So I moved on to the side, the jalapeno hush puppies. I was excited because our waiter was hyping it up. He said, okay, it's good. So I dipped it in the little jalapeno butter sauce. Following the first hush puppy I had, I kind of made a mental note. Only have like a few more of these, Jacob, because it's too much.
So you were doing more of eating each thing completely than moving on. I actually was doing a little bit of dibble dabble. So after a few dibbles of the Walt's favorite shrimp, I did a few twists of the Alfredo. And the waiter, when he gave it to me, he said, just so you know, the shrimp tails are on the Alfredo. Some people get surprised. I could have gone through and cut all the tails off, but I was in this mode of I couldn't waste time doing stuff like that. So I decided I'm gonna eat the tails. I got a big twirl with the tail and just ate the whole thing. And the tails aren't bad. They don't taste like anything. They aren't good, but it's a little bit of texture. Because these places always have the tails on, and it's like, then I have to cut. And then it's just like, but I want to be eating.
Just
you know what I mean?
eat the tail.
Yeah, you just gotta eat the tail, which is what I did, and it didn't take away from it. I was realizing that the shrimp linguine Alfredo is very rich, though.
When I first looked at the shrimp that we could get with the endless shrimp, when I saw there was a shrimp pasta, I was actually wowed because I was under the assumption that this endless shrimp would be like 3 options of shrimp and they would all be kind of shitty.
That's what I thought.
But they actually give you a wide variety and they even let you get pasta. Like,
I know, and it's a good portion. We were in the middle of eating the first round and he already said, okay, do you want to get a second round up on the grill? Like, he was down for us to already begin the second round without even finishing, which I loved. Dragon shrimp, but it actually isn't on the Monday endless shrimp menu, but he let us have it.
all around the world, pretty girls, jump the line to the front, do what we like, get what we want. We're just so pretty. Then I made the executive decision, let's move on to the shrimp scampi. And when I ordered the shrimp scampi, I asked Lucas after ordering, what is shrimp scampi? And then he said it's shrimp and butter sauce.
Scampi. That name just is so like flamboyant, you know, scampi.
Scampi.
It tasted good, but I was just in a state of confusion on how to eat it. If I eat it with my hands, butter gets on my chin. But then if I eat it with a fork, butter gets on my chin. And also, I can't get all of the meat out of the shrimp. So, I decided after having a few of these shrimps, yes, I'm gonna eat all the shrimp. By the way, shrimps is never a word, because shrimp is already plural.
Unless you were saying the shrimp's tail, the shrimp's house. Right? I wasn't jealous watching you eat the shrimp scampi. Because I was just like, I'm good.
It's too much butter. I gotta say it. That's just how I feel. Okay, if you're mad at me, go somewhere else.
I then dug into the grilled shrimp, which is on the kebab. I'm supposed to rip off each one, or do you eat it off the kebab? Like, what's the proper etiquette?
I don't know.
I view this one more as a palate cleanser, like in between the more rich shrimps or shrimp. Obviously, the grilled shrimp is by far the most boring shrimp on the shrimp selection menu, but it still is good that it's there, you know? It doesn't taste bad, it's just a good neutral tone on a wall of crazy designs.
You have to get the grilled shrimp, and do not forget the lemon on the shrimp. I don't think you did that. I did it. I realized later on, but you need to squeeze that on the rice and on the shrimp. It tastes way better with lemon. And after having this grilled shrimp, I was like, oh yes. I feel like sometimes fried shrimp is a little bit too much, but with grilled shrimp, you just feel.
I asked our waiter what's the hardest someone's gone with this endless shrimp, and he said he's been very impressed by a few people. And he said one person, did he say they ordered 25 plates?
Yeah, like somewhere around 25 plates.
And he said they collected all the shrimp tails and made a whole design around the plates.
If we do the math, most of these came with 4 shrimp. 4 times 25 is 100.
And some of them even came more.
Yeah, so they had over 100 shrimp. It was inspiring realizing that people turned this endless shrimp thing at Red Lobster into an art piece. That person made a design, so I decided to make a design with my shrimp tails. I made a little box, just a little square.
Oh yeah, that's cute. So the dragon shrimp arrived, the secret menu item. Yeah, it was exactly what I expected. Like I was expecting a sort of like sushi, spicy mayo type of flavor, and that's exactly what it was. I don't even know what that sauce is, but it tasted like P.F. Chang's firecracker shrimp on their appetizer menu.
Yeah, I've been to multiple Chinese restaurants that have this exact shrimp. This was by far the heaviest shrimp though. It felt like I was eating something more than a shrimp.
Like the Walt shrimp was just, it was battered, but this was a whole different level of battering.
But I must have loved it because I'm pretty sure I ate like 2 of yours.
I know a lot of people watching are gonna be disappointed in me, but when he asked if we wanted another plate, I had to say no. Really, don't do what I did. I did everything wrong and I got full way too fast.
Even though I was ready to get more, there was a few thoughts in my mind clouding my brain about shrimp is kind of gross. I was just thinking about how shrimp looks, and if you really look at a shrimp, try to erase all your memories of shrimp and just look at a shrimp. It reminds you of a bug. Like it literally looks like a bug that'd be crawling on the cement, you'd be on a run and you'd accidentally step on it and think nothing of it.
I feel like everyone who goes to the endless day at Red Lobster has this experience during the night. After having a few plates of shrimp, it all starts grossing you out. They're just kind of the trash cans of the ocean, you know?
Ew. For my next one, I got another one of the coconut shrimp because I was raving about it. I
loved that.
Yeah, I was ready for some more. Just so you guys know, they actually do make this shrimp fresh because it was hot. Like, every shrimp I had was fresh out of the fry or fresh out of the grill or whatever. Like, it does make me happy that it's not just laying around all day. Like, yes, it probably is frozen, but at least it's not fried at like noon and then served to me at like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I don't really like coconut in general, but I was like, oh, let me try this. But it just grossed me out because it just tastes like a dessert. Like, you dip it in this cake frosting and like, it was too much, but.
I just was eating the coconut shrimp, enjoying my life, but Lucas pointed out there was this little like black speck on my neck that probably was from the shrimp.
How did that get on there?
At that moment, I was just grossed out. I was thinking like, ew, I'm like turning into a shrimp person. I don't even know what that means, but it just grosses me out.
Shrimp boy.
Yeah, look.
Once I was done with the coconut shrimp, I decided, let's get another one. When I was on the interwebs last night, I went on a bunch of Reddit posts because I wanted to see what people had to say about the unleashed shrimp thing. A few people said like, oh, it's good, but after like the second plate, they start taking a while to bring it out.
Oh, sort of a psychological intimidation tactic.
Yeah, / you might get full before they bring it out, so then you just will be over it. With our experience, the longest we had to wait was probably 10 minutes, which that's not even like them trying to be annoying. That's just how long it takes to make it, probably.
Oh yeah, it didn't feel like there was a longer wait, like the deeper we got into the dinner. It was always just the same. Just good, right?
The wild shrimp, because I haven't had it yet, and Lucas was hyping it up, so I had to try it.
Did it live up to my review?
Yeah, I mean, it is classic and it's good.
The waiter asked if I was done with my potato, but I just wasn't ready to give it up yet, so I kept picking at it every now and then and having some bites. I wasn't ready to let it fly the nest. People around us were going hard with endless shrimp as well because I saw a girl get up from a table and then lean on the booth next to her, I'm assuming it was her boyfriend, and she was like, I just gotta get up. She said, when I was sitting down, my stomach hurts. Maybe if I stand up, I'll feel better. And she was kind of like rocking back and forth, and then when we walked out, her boyfriend was in the waiting room, and I'm assuming she was in the bathroom. So like she
Red Lobster is a poop place.
I don't know, maybe she just had the flu or something, but I'm just gonna say she went so hard with the shrimp that she was having stomach issues.
With this wild shrimp, I was over it, but I just kept going, and I did leave one shrimp. So there was one sad shrimp on the table.
And I was yelling at him saying, you have to eat it. Like I was just like really trying to hype him up, but my motivation didn't work.
Our waiter actually noticed that Lucas is an A-list celebrity, so he let us both get, well, we shared a free cheesecake. So thanks for that. We didn't go on our bill.
You just want to say thanks? No, but actually, I was actually so excited to eat this cheesecake because I realized I wasn't actually full. I was just over battered foods, and I was just over shrimp. But once the cheesecake came and it had the ice cream on the side, that is exactly what I needed. No matter how full you are to the endless shrimp, I think you should still get a dessert because you actually need something sweet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think your body would go into shock.
Then the check came as it does, and it came to around $60 with like the sodas and stuff. I didn't really feel like I got a deal. I would expect everything we got to be $60. Like, I don't feel like even me, I ate more than Lucas, even I didn't live up the unleashed shrimp.
I feel like there's some like shrimp lovers out there.
Oh, and those people, I'm glad they get to have this.
I know. This is for you. This is your moment.